Hey, hi, good morning. So again, we start today with very flat global cues. The Asian markets actually they're not doing anything. So if you look at commodities, the cues are very flat. Zinc is slightly moderated. Overall, copper, aluminum, there's nothing too much to talk about. So from yesterday we saw, and we have been talking about it, that metals actually have been showing very positive cues. They have been outperforming the markets, and also as you remember in the trade setup. We talked about that the midcaps actually showing good momentum, good accumulation. A lot of trading desks, a lot of HNIs desks, they actually are reporting that the midcaps there is a good buying actually, which has restarted, and also good accumulation now that has gained momentum. So that is happening there. So if you look at the index, yes, it's quite range bound. The traders at present are playing for a range of 150 points, which is 9550 to 9710, roughly around that 150 points. So all the bets basically are at present for that. There's no major writing activity happening in the option side, primarily because of two things: that there is no actually major spike in VIX where you can take advantage, and secondly, because at present the market actually is absorbing any sort of dips, it appears that there is less opportunity for the writing right now. So far the writers are waiting for any major opportunity. Now, in coming back to what actually the indices would be doing, so Nifty 964050, that's the resistance. Support lies around 9550, 9560. So watch out for those levels. What could be the strategy if you want to do? Strategy could be go for actually stocks outside the index, because primarily that's where the movement is. If we cross actually 964050, perhaps 9710, 9700, that could be on the cards. Now what is going to move towards that level is Reliance Industry, one stock. Good strong accumulation happening in that stock, despite even if the crude price has corrected by 4% yesterday. I don't think the Reliance Industry is going to get impacted by that. Because primarily that two things. One is a lot of news reports about the launch of 4G feature phone, which in fact I covered yesterday, and as basically I tweeted about it, is that news basically is one of the single most important triggers for the stock. So just watch out for that. And secondly, if actually whenever the feature phone gets launched, perhaps the stock actually is going to make a new high. That's in my view. Then secondly, I think OMCs again, between the OMCs, BPCL actually is what actually is being accumulated by the trading desk. A lot of HNIs, they have been accumulating and seeing value compared to HPCL. But then the question is, crude corrected 4%, will that actually dent the sentiments of OMCs today? So just be cautious around that. Watch out actually for what sort of early basically trading is happening OMCs. Now let's move back to sectors which were outperforming. Fertilizers, and I told that agri stocks basically could be actually seeing renewed buying yesterday. Then again, so that's basically we saw fertilizers strong momentum. Irrigation, some of the irrigation stocks are at life high. So there is good buying happening there. Again, the India-Israel meeting which happened, that is slated to actually bring good gains in terms of technology for the irrigation sector. So those stocks are really outperforming. So metals, irrigation, fertilizers, and then we actually move to the garment and textile sector: Raymond, Bombay Dyeing, Page Industries, Lux Industries. All those stocks are outperforming. So textile garment stocks, they have to watch out for them. Good long additions happening there. Now, basically, Indigo could be in focus. Slightly be cautious around that. There's an analyst call where they're going to explain why they're interested in Air India. So that stock perhaps could be in focus also, because crude has fallen, and also because people would like to hear the rationale and whether there actually is going to be a positive commentary around that. Then actually we talk about what basically was moving yesterday, and a lot of stocks basically in terms of the way mid caps were doing. The steel stocks, again Tata Steel, JSW Steel, all basically are looking really good. JSW Steel again registered a good breakout, and then Tata Steel basically, if you saw, we have been talking about it, again moved to new levels, new basically resistance levels. So that basically is looking really good pocket there. Overall, if we come back and talk about in terms of buying momentum, liquor stocks really very good. After Supreme Court ruling, there should be only one sentiment, which is the positive sentiment around the liquor stocks. So if you're looking at United Spirits and a host of mid-cap liquor stocks, they actually are looking really very good, and I think the buying momentum should be continuing for some more days, perhaps because a lot of sentiment derating happened, and now basically decks have been cleared, so the volume growth actually should come very easily for them. So I think if you look in terms of the strength, these are stocks you can clearly look, slightly be cautious. around what the index is going to do. But in terms of metals, keep an eye on Vedanta also. Despite moderation of the zinc price, I think Vedanta could outperform, because primarily the news report that government is looking to basically or rather asking Vedanta to actually buy back the Kane Energy 9.8% stake, which to me I think is free cash flow positive decision if it happens. So Vedanta would be very happy to buy it back because of free cash flow accretion. I think that news is positive for Vedanta Limited, in addition to everything which is happening positive in terms of the commodity price. So perhaps the way commodity prices are right now, perhaps this could be a very good result, a very good season for Hindustan Zinc in terms of the margin accretion. So out and out, looks like a stable day, a flattish day for benchmark index. For mid caps could be really good. Yesterday outperformance, today should be continuing. Sectors where buying was seen, as I pointed out, liquor, some sort of fertilizer. There are sporadic moves, so just watch out for that. But liquor, metals, steel, they all actually were looking really good. Again, in addition to that, some of the irrigation names really did well, and garments in particular actually did extremely well. Some of the PSU banks, they actually are nearing major support levels. So if actually you are a believer in short selling or seller, be very cautious. That pocket is now actually approaching support levels. In the last, dollar index basically slightly strengthened. So if you are into treasury, just be slightly cautious in terms of any pullback in the pound or euro, but that I think should be temporary. Overall, dollar is looking quite weak. So that's about the entire trade setup today. I will stay in touch for more updates during the day. Take care.